Hello everyone, welcome back to our opening series. Today we are going to see some interesting facts and traps related to the Danish Gambit. Yes guys, if you love to play with the pieces and if you are not afraid of sacrificing your pawns, then Danish Gambit is the opening for you. What is this opening all about? What are the traps in this position? We are going to see in this video. So don't forget to like this video, share this video with your friends also, and subscribe to my channel if you are new here. We'll be getting straight to the game. It starts with e4. Okay, white plays e4, black plays e5, and now what to do? Well, you need to play d4. Now you might say, like, after capturing, you might be just going to capture the pawn, and where is the gambit? Well, the gambit starts with the next move, that is c3. Whenever d4 is played, if black captures and then if you capture here, it is called as a Danish Gambit. Okay, here of course white has this knight capture c3 move, but we are not going to capture that pawn. We are going to play bishop c4 in this situation. We are going to allow our opponent to capture the b2 pawn also. And once he captures this thing, you can already see that these two bishops are aiming towards f7 and g7, and if black manages to castle on that side of the board, black will be already in trouble, right? So we are going to see different alternatives in this position from black side, and we are going to see the traps also in this position. So stay tuned with me till the end and enjoy this video. Okay, bishop b4 check, and now we are going to play king f1. Why? Because if you play anything in between, then the knight will be knight b2 was one of the moves, but if you play that move, then your pieces will not be that much active. Now you have options like queen d5, queen b3 is there, and you don't need to worry about bishop attacking on this a5 to e1 diagonal. Okay, black might play knight f6, and now we are going to play e5. Knight can go to e4 square, and now we have bishop into f7 check, king captures f7, then queen d5 check, king will come on this square, and then queen into e4. Of course, we will prefer this position playing with the white pieces because the knight will be coming here, g2, king g2, a3, the bishop will be kicked away, the knight will come, rook will come on d1 square, this rook will come on e1 square, and white's position will be much more preferred because black will not be able to castle in this situation. Okay, fair enough. I hope that you understood the point. Black might play d5, and now you have a very interesting move, that is bishop b5 check. Well, you can capture over here, but that is not preferable. We are going to stick to bishop b5 check. Black has 2-3 options. We are going to see that thing. c6 can be one of the ideas in this position, but that is not that really great. We are going to capture the knight on f6 square. If you capture here, then the pawn on g7 will also fall, and you can already see that white is having plenty of play in this situation. Queen into h5, king d7, and the knight will come on f3 square. The knight will be jumping on e5 square, and black's king will be feeling pretty uncomfortable in this situation. So of course we'll be preferring this position after c6. Bishop d7 and knight d7, these are the two options in the situation. We are going to see that if bishop d7 is played, then black thought in this position that after this capture he will be safe. But the thing is that white has a brilliant move. That move is queen a4 in this situation, which is a very silent move actually. You will not understand what is really happening, but by playing queen a4, we are attacking the bishop. The pawn was already attacking the knight on f6, and black is going to lose a piece for sure. Because let's suppose you capture here, we are just going to play this check, and followed by we are going to pick up the bishop on b4 square. And if you move the knight, okay, then we are just going to play bishop into d7. Whichever piece he captures, then we have this queen into b4, and white will be piece up. So I hope that you have understood that thing. Another idea which I talked about is knight d7 in this case. And if knight d7 is played, we are going to use our queen. The queen will come in the game with queen g4. The point is like g7 as well as the bishop on b4 is being attacked. Bishop f8 can be played, and now comes the destroyer move. We are going to play e6 in this position. If f into e6, of course we need to capture it here because the knight on d7 is being attacked. If you capture here, then white has this good move, queen h5 check. Well, queen into e6 is a possibility, but after queen e7 you will not be getting anything. So here white should play queen h5 check to force your opponent to do something. g6 and king e7, these are the two options. We are going to consider both of them. First, consider g6. If g6 is played, then white has a good move, queen h3. The point is now the pawn on e6 is being attacked, as well as the rook on h8 is also being attacked, and black is helpless. If he plays rook g8, then we can just play queen into e6 check. Whichever move you play, queen e7 or bishop e7, we are just going to capture the rook on g8, and we'll be rook up in that case. And Let's suppose you play king e7. This is the most trickiest move, I will say, and this might lead to a checkmate if black plays certain way. I'm going to show you that variation. It's a very interesting variation. Now it starts with bishop a3 check. Remember this move, okay? c5, and then we have this beautiful move, bishop captures c5. The point is, if you capture knight captures c5 in this situation, then we can just give the check. King needs to move somewhere, and then we will be getting the queen for free here. And if black plays something like king f6, this is so interesting, right? We are going to play queen f3 check. If king e5, then again we give a check. He will go back, and then we give this check. King will come here, then again a check. And now this is just a series of moves which we will be playing, and we are going to drag our opponent's king all the way in our camp, and we are going to checkmate black's king. Let's play g4 check, king h4, knight f3 check, king h3, and the final move is queen g3 check and mate. Amazing, right? When I looked at this thing, I really loved this game. Now we are going to see what is the next interesting trick in this position. So just wait a minute, okay? Well, the second one which I'm going to show you is very interesting, guys, okay? So let's begin. e4, e5, okay, sorry, d4, e captures d4, and now we are going to play what? Yes, of course, c3. D captures c3, and now we are going to play bishop c4. We are not afraid of giving any pawn sacrifices. We are going to say capture as much as you want, but just help us to get the pieces in the game. So c captures b2, bishop captures b2, knight f6 can be played, and now white thought like, why not just develop a piece with knight c3? Of course, okay. Bishop b4 can be played, knight e2, and here if black is greedy, okay, he might say that the pawn on e4 is actually free because this knight is pinned in this situation. And if he captures this pawn, then what are you going to do? You have already lost how many pawns? 3 pawns in this situation. And you might be thinking, okay, we have done something wrong. But don't worry, your pieces are there. Black has not developed anything in this situation. Black is just playing and grabbing the pieces, and you are going to be more brave, and you are going to say that I'm going to just castle and bring the last piece, that the rook, in the game, right? And now, okay, if knight into c3 is played, knight captures c3, bishop captures c3, bishop captures c3, and you can see these two snipers, which I have talked about this thing earlier also, will be just going to demolish black's king. If you castle in this position, then it is going to lead to a checkmate with queen g4 move. You will not believe that this is going to be a check and mate. Otherwise, black needs to give up the queen. g6 will be played, and now can you see the move? Yes, queen d4, and now no matter what, you cannot stop this check and mate on these squares. If you play queen f6, queen into f6 will be played. And one more thing is there, some of you might be saying like f6 can be played, but the bishop on c4 will be pinning this pawn on f7, and you cannot really push the pawn on f7. That's why it is going to be a check and mate. I hope that you enjoyed these interesting traps in this position, and you understood how to play the Danish Gambit also. Do share this video with your friends, do like this video, and subscribe to my channel with lots of love, okay? And we will be meeting very soon with some new content, new videos. Till that moment, take care, goodbye, and love you all.